हरि ओम्। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्ददामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। Bhagavad Gita, a conversation with God daily. In this series today, chapter 2, shloka number 67. Indriyanam hi charatam yenmanonu-vidhiyate tadasya harati prajñam vayurnavamivambasi. Again, Krishna says, if your thoughts just go after your senses, if you don't control your senses, you want to eat something, you eat. You want to see something, you see. You want to listen to something, you listen. Whatever you feel like, you do. You don't control your senses in any way at all. If you are like that, then the boat which is going in a proper direction in the water, when there is a heavy wind, then because of that wind, the direction of the boat gets changed and it just starts moving in the wrong direction. Similarly, like the heavy wind, the various desires will change the direction of your life. If we are going to control our senses, then we'll be moving in the proper direction. If we are not going to control our senses, then we'll be moving in the wrong direction. Tasmad yasya mahabaho nigrihitani sarvashaha indriyani indriyarthebhyaha tasya prajna pratishtita. Again and again he says, so only if you have your senses totally under control, then your intelligence will be established totally in the Brahman. Then in the next shloka he says, Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagarti samyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato munehe. During night, all living beings sleep during the night. But the yogi, one who has controlled his senses, he is awake during the night. And in the morning, when everybody is awake, he is actually asleep. What is the meaning? Daily, during sleep, all your senses, they just go and take rest in the Atma. After getting up in the morning, we say, I had a very good night's sleep. I feel so fresh. I am refreshed. Why is it? Because during sleep, all our senses, they are under total rest. You don't see anything, you don't hear anything, you don't feel any touch, you can't smell anything, you don't even know if anybody comes and takes whatever is your purse and goes off. You don't know. You are totally oblivious to whatever is happening outside. So all your senses are under total rest. Where do they go take rest? They go take rest in the Atman. So daily your senses are under total control. Only the Atma exists. Nothing else exists. The state of total wisdom. That happens every day during your sleep. That's why you feel so refreshed and happy when you sleep well. Because you are in that stage of total knowledge. But we all don't know this. We think we are sleeping. And the next day morning we again get up. All our senses again they become active. I remember, oh, I am Priya. Today I have to say shloka number this of the Bhagavad Gita. I remember everything from the previous day and again everything start functioning. The yogi during the night, he is totally aware. He is consciously enjoying the Atman. He is experiencing the bliss of the Atman. So, when everybody is sleeping, he is totally aware. He is fully aware. He is in the state of that wisdom. The next day morning, when everybody is awake, he doesn't wake up at all because he doesn't see any duality at all. He has to, again his eyes will have to see, his ears will have to hear, his hands will have to do something. But for the jnani, none of this happens. He is just immersed in total bliss in the Atma. Everything is just Atma for him. Everything is Brahman. There is no duality for him. He doesn't see, oh, this is a chair, this is a camera, this is a tree, this is a river. No, everything is only Brahman for him. So, the wise person, the enlightened person remains awake when everybody is sleeping. Next shloka. Apuryamaणं achala pratishtham samudramapah pravishanti yadvat tadvat kamayam pravishanti sarve sashanti mapnoti na kamakami. Apuryamaणं achala pratishtham samudramapah pravishanti yadvat. There is the ocean. And so many rivers come and merge in the ocean. In spite of so many rivers coming and merging in it, the ocean is not affected in any way. It doesn't become bigger because two extra rivers come and merge in it. It doesn't become smaller because two rivers don't come and merge. How many rivers they come and merge? It just keeps accepting everything and it is not at all affected in any way because of that. The jnani is like that. There may be so many desires coming his way. Once he is enlightened, he reaches a stage where any amount of wealth doesn't affect him. He may be a millionaire. He will be going only in a Benz car, always flying, always in AC room, all sorts of pleasure he experiences, but he is not affected by it at all. Okay, I travel by car today. Fine. Let me travel by car. The next day there is no car. He has to walk. Okay, no problem. Let me walk. He is just not affected by any sort of pleasure that comes his way. How many comforts may come in his way? He just experiences everything without being affected by them in any way. So, he attains the highest peace. He is always peaceful. Whatever comes his way, now he has reached a stage where his senses are automatically under control. It is not that he should not eat this, he should not see this. He can see anything, he can eat anything, he can hear anything, but still he is not affected by them at all. Vihaya kamanya sarvan puman charati nisprihaha nirmamo nirahankaraha sashanti madhigacchati. And now finally Krishna says, so that person moves about on this earth unaffected by any desire. Nirmamo nirahankaraha. He is totally devoid of the sense of I and mine. My son, my daughter, my friend, my husband, my mother, my father, my. I did this. I am giving a discourse on the Bhagavad Gita. I am speaking. I am singing. I. That feeling is the reason for all sort of problems. You see, somebody has passed the IAS exam. He has got national rank. We feel happy. That person has got the national rank, good. And if that same person is our son secures a national level rank in IAS exam. We are just so happy. We prepare sweets, we distribute sweets to everyone. We ring up all our friends. Oh, my son, he got that such and such a rank. My son got such and such a rank. We are so happy. So, the very same thing of securing a rank in IAS. When it is in the case of somebody else, okay, we are affected to some extent. But when it is in our own case, we are just totally so happy and we do so many sorts of things. Similarly, someone dies. We feel bad. We speak about it. We feel sorry for that person. And then we just forget about it in 1 week or so. But if somebody whom we are very close to dies, if it is going to be our relative, our friend, then we are affected by it very much and we keep thinking about it, and we feel sorry, we feel sad for months together. So, the thing that happened is death. It is the same, but it affects you more when you have the feeling, my friend died, my relative died, my husband died, my. When that attachment is there, then your sorrow becomes greater. When that attachment is there, your happiness becomes greater. So, the reason for your sorrow and the reason for your happiness is not death and not getting through the IAS exam, but the feeling that my son got through the exam, my relative died, that sense of attachment is the main reason for all sorrows and pleasures in life. So here Krishna says, Nirmamo Nirahankaraha. Give up the sense of I and the sense of mine. If you give that up totally, then you will be very peaceful. You will always be happy. You will always be at peace. And with that ends the second chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. Yesha Brahmi Stitif Partha Nainam Prapya Vimuhyati Stitva Asyam Antakalepi Brahma Nirvanam Richati. And finally, Krishna says, if you get this feeling even during the last minutes of your life, whole life, we weren't able to control our senses. We just lived however we wanted. And finally now we have reached the final stages of our life. We are going to die. Even during that time, we have heard the Bhagavad Gita, we think, oh, I'm going to die. But I'll not be afraid, because the Atma does not die. The Atma is eternal. I'm just going to give up this body and I'll go catch hold of another fresh new body, like wearing a new sari. So the Atma cannot be cut. The Atma cannot be burnt. The Atma cannot be moistened. The Atma cannot be dried up. I am the eternal Atma. That feeling, if you get even during the final stages of your life, then you get enlightened, says Krishna. So, that is a great strength for us, right? Just getting this thought during the final stages also enlightens you. With that ends the second chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. So, we have completed actually 119 shlokas of the Bhagavad Gita. Okay? And congratulations to all of you who are regularly listening. Now you have learned 119 shlokas from the Bhagavad Gita, which is very good. You may not have understood everything that was said, or okay, understand, but I am not able to follow it in my life properly. Okay, no problem. The first and foremost thing is, I will first learn what is there in the Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita is a text which is learnt by so many people of other countries, people of other religion. They learned the Bhagavad Gita and they respect it so much. And we, being Hindus, having been born in India, should we not know just, oh, Bhagavad Gita, this is Bhagavad Gita, this is what is found in it. The basic knowledge of what is there in the Bhagavad Gita. That you have all started learning. So, let us continue this journey by the grace of Krishna. And if any of you have any doubts, you can just post it in the comment section and I'll answer them for you. Okay? And I'll be giving a gap of 2 days in between. We'll start the third chapter after 2 days. In that 2 days, those who are lagging behind by a few videos, you can just catch up. And those who want, you can just revise a bit of whatever we heard in these 2 chapters. Just the essence of try to grasp the essence of the 2 chapters. What is the essence of first chapter? What is the essence of second chapter? And 2 days you have time for that. See you all with the third chapter after 2 days. Hari Om.